It is time once again for the 2 weeks in board gaming. This video will cover January 14th, 2025 until January 26th, 2025. This time was not a forget. This was a conscious decision to do 2 weeks. With all the TikTok rigmarole, I have started a new board game focused Instagram page. Switched my YouTube channel to a board game focus. I'll still be doing these on TikTok while TikTok exists. But just in case something happens with TikTok, you can also follow those. They're both Tubbs Plays Games for Instagram and YouTube. So yeah, let's get into the board gaming. Let's do that. Here we go. We played lots of games in these past 2 weeks, so let's jump in. So it feels like ancient history at this point, but way back when we played a game of Coyote. Coyote is this like bluffing game where you can see everybody else's cards, but you cannot see the card in front of you. And you go around the table stating a number. You have to, then the next player has to say a number that is higher than the number previously stated, but they are trying to come in underneath the total number of all the cards added together. Some of the cards are negative, like -10, -5. Some of the cards have effects on them. And yeah, that's all that you're trying to do. And there are little mechanisms to like get to peek at a card, things like that. But yeah, it was cool. It was a little fun little kickoff game. Our main game that night was Acquire. I mean, you guys know Acquire. If you're watching this, you probably know Acquire. If you don't, Acquire is this tile laying hotel game. You're building up hotel chains by laying these tiles on the board that are number/lettered, and creating hotel mergers and then buying stock in the hotels to try to profit off of those mergers. This game is a big-time favorite of mine. I love Acquire so much. And then we ended the night playing The Gang. I almost called it The Crew. I've called it The Crew like 5 times. The Gang is a co-op Texas Hold'em game where we are a gang of people trying to rob a bank by basically working on who's going to have the best poker hand, trying to trade information without speaking about your hand to signify I have the best hand. And when you get to the fourth round, when you get to the poker terms, flop, whatever the fifth card is, sorry, you then when you're on the red chips and you have to get that guess right. So if you think that you have the strongest hand, you take the strongest hand chip, and if somebody else thinks they might have the strongest hand, they can take it from you. If you're right, then you crack one of the safes. If you're wrong, you set off one of the alarms, and depending on what happens, you either get a positive power condition or a negative power condition for the next round. And it's just trying to get to 3 successes or 3 failures. So it's a cool game. I introduced my wife to Captain Flip, which has become a favorite in our household. We even put it on our 10 by 10 board. Captain Flip is just this, like, you draw random tiles out of a bag, and they all have different scoring conditions that work together. And if they have, the tiles are two-sided, so there's one character on one side, or you can choose to flip, and then you have to accept the tile that is on the other side, which can work out for you or against you. This game is super fun. It plays real quick, too. So, we love it. We played some Ebis, which I have been looking forward to getting to the table since I got it. Ebis is a really cool twist on Trick Taker, where you don't know what suit is going to be trump, what suit is going to win you points, what suit is going to be Ebis or be negative points, until a certain card of that suit gets played in the course of the hand. So it's a real fun like twist on the Trick Taker genre, which is something I always love. I love trick takers, and any trick taker that can be a new and inventive thing is cool. We played Ethnos, and I loved it. Ethnos was so fun, and like testament to this game, Ethnos, our group doesn't do this very often, but the game moved so quick and was so fun, for me at least, that we actually played it twice in a row. We do that sometimes in our gaming group with like games that take 10 minutes, but like this was like a game. And the fact that we played it twice in a row was really a testament to me of how enjoyable it was. Go Ethnos. We played Storm Raiders, which I really enjoyed. Production quality on this was stellar. And I really enjoyed the game, but it took me a little while to pick it up, so I would like to play it again. But yeah, Storm Raiders was cool. I'm trying to remember I don't really remember what it was all about. I know you're moving around the board collecting resources and trying to satisfy conditions to get points. But and there's like a tornado that moves around the board and can mess you up that way. It was just fun. I just liked it. I dug it. Played the gang again because we like it. Then we played Cryptid. Cryptid is a deduction game where everybody has one clue about where this cryptid could live on the map, and you are trying to deduce where the cryptid lives by asking other players about their conditions. And if you're right, then they tell you you're right. And if you're wrong, then they tell you another place that the cryptid could not live, to give you a little bit of information. And the goal is to be the first person to figure out all three clues and place a marker on a definitive place the cryptid could live. Game's great. Again, we played it twice in a row that day. Played some more Captain Flip at home with the wife, because we like it. I don't know what you want me to say. We like Captain Flip. So much I played it again with my son on Monday night. Captain Flip, guys. Went over to my buddy's house to play some games. We played Chaos Cove, which I need another play with. Just like most games when I'm learning them, I click into what's going on about halfway through, and by that point it's too late for me. This game had an interesting mechanic to it though, where it's a competitive game, but it has a co-op element in that the whole game can be lost by all the players if too many of the barbarians or the pirates get through and aren't defeated in combat. And so even though you're playing against each other, you do have to work together as well to keep those pirates and barbarians from overrunning the game. So there's a co-op element to it as well, which was really kind of interesting. So yeah, I'd like to give this one another try to just cement my thoughts on it. We also played some Cat in the Tower, the saddest story game ever. In Cat in the Tower, it's a dexterity game where you're trying to build a tower for a cat whose mom died, and when she died, told him to look up at the sky, and she would see him in the stars. So you're trying to build a 10 level tower for this cat to climb up. We've never gotten there, but what a touching story. I'm starting to run out of time, so I got to be quick. This past Saturday, me, my wife, and my son played some Fromage. You guys know Fromage. Fromage is great. It's a great game. Play it. Go play Fromage. Stop watching this. Don't stop watching this, but after this, go play Fromage. Yesterday was our normal Sunday meetup. We started with Party Panda Pirates, which is a game that is really a bunch of mini games involving like dice stacking or different dexterity things, and then has like a Mario Party element to it as well. This game was so fun. If there's time, I'll put a video at the end of one of the dexterity games. But here we are stacking dice on the pirate ship. We played Castle Combos, which I just picked up. It's hard to tell when we played. I love this game, but we played with 5 people. It moved pretty slow, and it's hard to tell if that was because my 9-year-old was playing with us or if it was just slow at 5 people. So we'll see. But Castle Combos rules. I got introduced to Everdell. I'd never played Everdell before. Something about games with 3D elements make them look intimidating to me, so I've never asked to play, but I loved this game. Everdell fucking rules. Look how cool it looks, too. And we finish up the night with some Things and Rings. You guys know this one. So that was everything we played this week. I don't think I have time to put the video here, but maybe I can put it as a separate video for you guys to watch. Hit me up on BGA. I'm JRR Tubbs if you want to play something, and leave a comment. Let me know what you played this week.